No.
Well, you the one always say hold it for the show, so we gonna hold it for the show.
Hold it for the yeah.
Now y'all want to listen.
Again.
Now you want to listen
Exactly.
to a brother and shit.
Yeah. See?
All of a sudden, now you want to listen to him, brother.
No.
Y'all don't listen to me. All right, man. We go ahead and start sharing this stuff, man, because we about to go on ahead and get this cracking in about 2 minutes. So you guys coming in. Also, y'all see at the bottom of the screen, you know what I'm saying, as to where I go. We need you guys to go ahead and subscribe, hit that subscribe button, you know, so you can get notification every time we go on and every week. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and what's the other one?
Insta?
No, not Insta.
Not TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.
Hold on, man, I forgot.
Oh, they but that many.
It's Instagram. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. Insta.
Yeah. My bad. What's up? Nick is in the house.
Nick.
What's up, on time.
That's right.
Nick.
We was off last week. We had some stuff going down, but we back.
We back.
Bless you. Oh, you okay?
Am I missing something?
Bless you.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing these messages all late.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Look, I ain't worried about nothing because I
already. What time is it?
I'm gonna last as long as I last.
I know, right? Yeah. You don't sound sick, dog. Don't be getting us sick on us.
Nah, man. It's like I said. It's I got a sore throat, but I got a lozenge in, so I'm good.
Marlon's in the house. What's good, Marlon? What's up? We started, baby. We about to get it started. O's in the house.
What up?
I was just about to say O.
Look,
what's up,
everybody happy to see Dr. C in the house.
Yeah, we happy to see Dr. C.
We back.
Hey, because we ain't got the beautiful blonde hair going down.
I know, the blonde just know it.
You can get you some hair.
No, that's okay. I'm good.
They make some pieces with them dudes too.
No,
yeah,
I done seen them. They look pretty good till they go bad, but you know.
Right.
I'm good. Y'all ready, man?
Let's go.
Y'all ready? Let's get this party started, y'all.
All our illusions will disapparate, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We know.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to deal with this. I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace. I love y'all.
The reasons that we're here.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Reasons, where you give us the reason of what you think about the conversation we're talking about today. It's your boy Fuel in the house.
Fat Boy in the building. You already know what type of time we on. We are here.
Like living the place to be. Let's go.
And it's Dr. C.
She's back, That's what's up.
Dr. C. Welcome back, Dr. C.
Yeah. So,
no, for real.
So tell us, Dr. C, I mean, since you've been gone for a while, you've been working on some projects. Anything you want to put out there real quick and let us know what's going on before we get started?
I did. I had a project that I just finished, and it's called Extra Blessings, and it'll be out towards Christmas. I'm waiting. I have another one that I'll be going into in about a week.
Mm-hmm.
I got a niece. We having her quinceañera next week, so I'm excited about that. Big 16.
Now, Now, is this film a short film or what's it on? Where's it going to be?
It's a short, but they're going to put it on on one of the streams. You know,
okay.
That's about Christmas and stuff. People like that, so they'll
All right.
on one of the streams. So as soon as I find out what that is, I'll let you all know.
Cool.
And,
Yeah. So we
working
can
on
support-
another
Boy,
book.
look,
So
them quinceañeras go hard, boy. People be like, why that little girl in a wedding dress? They be like, look, you already know. Look, I'm in San Antonio.
Trying to
This
get
is
them
this
all
a home. They got quinceañera shops on every corner.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
They letting them kids know that hey, man, you going through life right now. You're going to be married. They put that marriage in their head right there at a young age.
Hey, you're
Hey,
it's a
16,
celebration.
you're a woman.
yeah, it's a celebration,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just like
Yeah, rites of passage.
Tradition
yeah.
for them, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's big, and it's something that they get to. It's more like sharing with family than it is anything else. So
Mhm,
that's a
mhm.
good thing. So yeah, but she got her dressed already. She's already given us orders what we can and cannot do. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're excited.
That's like that
Cool.
Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Let's get into this first topic, man. As usual. This one, man. Well, Dr. C, you haven't been with us in a while, so this one, I don't know. I mean, you can tap in on it and see if you agree or disagree on this one. This one is the worst feeling a man can have in a relationship.
Here we go.
Mm.
Here we go.
Hey, Black Liv, man, come get your cousin, man. Come get
Look,
him,
man,
man.
look.
I told you, you don't know.
Look.
At the first show back with Dr. C, this is what you got for us, man. God,
And look, first show back.
Get
Dr. C.
All right. Just so
First
y'all
show
can
back.
get a feel of what.
First show back, and this ninja looking for dating advice already.
No, this is true shit. This is true shit. This is stuff that you probably want to talk about with your
Okay.
therapist, And with Dr. CO here, she could probably help us out on some of this. So, all right, here we go, man. So,
Here we go.
For a man is when he tries to have a conversation with a woman about what's hurting him. But instead of listening, she gets defensive and flips it on him, making him feel like he's the problem. He just wanted to be heard. He just wanted to feel understood. But instead, he questions if opening up was a mistake. He goes silent, not because he's fine, but because he's tired of feeling unheard. It's not weakness. It's not complaining. It's his heart asking for peace, for respect, for effort. A man will stop talking when he feels it doesn't matter. And once he shuts down, it's hard to get him back. Because silence for him is protection. He needs patience, not pressure. Support, not judgment. Listen before he stops trusting. Understand before he lets go. Because when he's done for good. Drop a 1-100 if you agree with me, and pass this on to someone who needs it.
there we go, baby. There we go. See, that wasn't that bad, man. That
Said
wasn't
drop
bad.
a 1-100.
Drop a 100. Drop a 100.
Drop a
Drop a
100.
100 on that one.
Yeah.
So, all right, talk to me, y'all. What y'all think?
Go ahead, Dr. C. I want to hear you. You fresh on the scene on this one.
Well,
Come on,
Wow.
Dr. C. Ladies first.
that's a real good AI.
That was that
Of course.
part right there. I was finna say that
Of course.
video was all AI.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
with the 1-100 at the end, that was all AI.
Right.
The reality is this: what is being said is true.
Mhm.
A lot of men, when they feel like they're not being listened to and everything has to be turned around, flipped on them because they're speaking their truth, they will shut down.
Mhm.
Just like women, but we're emotional about what we do. So it kind of would draw a guy into the situation, but women, and then depending on who she is, because if you got the right one, she's always going to be in your corner and you're always going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And for men, I think the biggest thing is having a woman that doesn't judge them because
Mhm.
they are emotional and that they are expressing themselves. But when you have women that is so caught up in their own life, and they're not paying attention to the guy that they have, then they do get defensive because he may be saying little things like, "Hey, I appreciate what you're doing, but I don't like my toast to be that dark."
Mm.
To her, she heard, "I don't like toast."
Yeah.
Now,
No, for real though, Dr. C. For real.
she's gotten offended by the fact he said he just don't like his toast that
Like,
dark.
cook it yourself, dude.
But the thing is this: when he says that, then why don't you say, "Okay, so what settings do you want it on?" Toaster's got all kind of things unless you put it in the oven. So what is it that you like? Light toast, dark toast? Like, what is it you want?
Right.
Sometimes we, depending on where their head is at, they can take offense to things because sometimes things are just not what somebody likes. And if you're not paying attention, you would think that everything you do is what that dude likes. And the reality is sometimes he may just go along with it just to not cause any issues. But if he's going to be honest about his truth, then he has to tell you, "Hey, I don't like dark toast. Make mine's light or don't make it at all. I can do without it. I'm good."
Right.
What the message was very true. And I think sometimes as women, we have to be more listening than we are talking, because women become very aggressive in what they want to hear and don't want to hear. And then when you're not married to a guy, if you're trying to get married and the dude is trying to be honest with you and upfront about his feelings, and you cutting him off and talking about, "I don't want to hear that. You need to man up." Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
Right.
You saying man up? I am manning up, because if I'm here with you doing everything I'm doing for you, just because I'm expressing to you how I feel doesn't mean I'm not a man. I'm even a man because I'm letting you know, hey, this is where I'm at. You need to know that so that we can be on the same page and having the right conversation. So, no, I agree with it. We sometimes women have to listen. And I've been having these conversations with some of my friends. Some of them are engaged, and it's like, hey, no, stop being controlling.
Let me ask something. Being, from a women's perspective, because you've been in relationships before, and sometimes you don't really realize something until maybe that relationship over. Do you ever recall yourself ever having that type of situation with a person that you with, but didn't realize you were doing that at the time?
No, I think I listened too much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then because I am listening and I'm not really saying anything, because I want you to express yourself, I want you to be you, I'll listen. But then I think people sometimes take it as a weakness. That's why they tell people, "I'm not Miss Molly Purebred. Please don't do that.
Right.
Don't put me over in the corner. Don't think because I don't pop off and I don't do all of that, or I'm not commenting about everything.
Right.
Some things just ain't my issue. So I just got to let you vent. I don't need to say anything. If you need something from me, then you let me know. But other than that, no. So, for me, you're a good person when you're in a relationship, and the people that you dealt with will still call you and have conversations with you about the relationships they in now.
True. That's a fact. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, go ahead, fat boy. What you got, baby?
Dr. CC. I miss you, Dr. C. We miss you, Dr. C.
I'm going to say, if you're not ready, I got something. Go ahead.
No, I'm ready.
Go.
No, go ahead, Black. You go ahead. Go ahead. What you got? I'll go after you.
So, sorry, told y'all my throat. But from my perspective, and I'm going to kind of play devil's advocate a little bit, because from what he's saying, from what the AI said, it's very true. However, what happens a lot is that you get women and men that are not in their first relationship. And because of that, they're not healed. And so basically what happens is, and it's still happening in my marriage right now, there are things from your previous marriage that or previous relationships that when they say it, they're so used to it being used against them,
right?
That they're not, you know what I'm saying, that they're never going to open up. or they're never going to be able to listen.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And so what people have to understand, like from that perspective about a man being listened to, okay, cool, yes, you're right. However, as a man, think back to how many times you've been with a woman and she showed you something, and then later on down the line, you use that against him in an argument.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, say that part again. I missed it. I was doing something.
I said, just imagine at yourself as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Think back to past relationships and think about how many times you used something that they said against you in an argument, against them in an argument.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if both of you are not healed, then there's always going to be those problems. There's always going to be issues with people listening. People won't listen because, once again, or people won't talk because they're scared that somebody's going to use it against them.
Yeah.
So would you just say this it works both ways?
Of course it works both ways. But what I'm saying is
but is it harder for us as men to not be listened to when they're trying to, for one, accomplish something, where they're trying to explain something or break it down to you, but that person's not listening or whatever? Isn't that the one?
No, harder? No, because anytime you can open your mouth and speak, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
Now the bottom line is that if you speak your truth to your woman, and she doesn't listen, or she blows you off,
right,
or she's not attentive to your needs, that's not your person. Point blank and simple.
Okay, I see.
That's not your person. Keep it moving. That's not your bliss. It's not your happiness. You will never accomplish anything moving forward if no one is able to listen to you.
Yeah, very true.
Okay, all right, Lynn. I mean, we got you. All right, Fat Boy, what you got?
I'm going to piggyback a little bit off of what everybody kind of said, essentially. I definitely agree with what Black Lift said, that it goes on both sides. But then I want to play devil's advocate to what Black Lift kind of said. I do think that it is a little more challenging for men in today's climate. I think that when men, because, as a point what Black Lift said, because they're not dating their person and they're dating off of superficial things, when men are out here expressing themselves, and I don't want to say that all women is not that person. I think that there is a misconception on men being emotional, right? I think that there's a misconception that when a man speaks or cries that he's weak, right? And I think that that's what this video was more speaking to. I think that, like Dr. C said, as a woman, they have a one up because she is emotional, right? So she has it's a little less challenging because a man is going to listen to her and listen to her plight, not all the time, healed or not, right? Because it's been programmed into us that we have to listen to the plight. However, with women on the reciprocating end or vice versa, they don't necessarily have to, because they've been taught and programmed that a man that cries or expresses his emotion or doesn't or shows any form of emotion but stoicness, right? That he's not a man, right? And I think that as men, we do ourselves a disservice because we perpetuate it, right? We do not open up. We do not share our vulnerabilities. And so now I've gotten to the point where I agree with you on the end where you have to heal yourself, right? But then I also am looking at our counterparts and I'm hearing what they're saying, right? Black Lift and the consensus is saying that a man who shares his emotion is a weak man, period, right? And so as the video, to speak to the video, it does make it hard to actually speak out, right? I just had a conversation about this where it's like, oh, my mate is not emotional. And it's like, he doesn't show emotions to you because he doesn't feel safe, right? And yes, like Black Lift said, it's part of it's because he's unhealed, part of it because she's unhealed, which allows them not able to allows her not able to receive what he's saying, and then also not him allow him to voice how he's feeling. But I do think that we have to address the challenges that men face, especially in the climate today, on trying to be healed.
That's a good point right there where you hit the challenge of that.
The challenge of it, right? Because a part of being healed, Black Lift, right, is being able to be vulnerable and transparent, right? However, if I'm being vulnerable and transparent and I'm being called sassy or I'm being called the names that they call us, right? When we do speak up, when we do set a standard, when we do certain things, right?
Woman will call me sassy.
We're considered a certain kind of man that's not a man, right? And I always hear the stories of my father didn't cry because he didn't have a space to. Right, his generation before him taught him that men don't cry, and this is probably the reason why he's dealing with all of the ailments that men deal with that they don't tell their wives about until it's too late. Right, this is the real reason why we're dying faster than women. This is not me speaking; this is scientifically speaking, and a lot of the things that men are dying from are prostate cancer, right? Ulcers, things like that. Cancers that kind of eat away because we do not have the space and the place to be transparent and vulnerable and share our emotions.
Yeah. One of the things you just mentioned too, that actually still happens to this day, and I know it's happened to me or whatever, is sometimes you're scared to tell your significant others about your health or not going to the doctors and you know what I'm saying, that type of thing or whatever, because you feel like that they're gonna maybe think less of you, think weak of you, think certain other things or whatever. But unless you have that person that you just really trust in, you're going to be able to tell them everything. You know what I mean? And that's the difference in certain relationships, because some people, like I said, if my girl, is listening to me, if my girl is actually, I know, has my back or whatever, and I'm gonna have the same attitude as to where I don't want her to worry. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her, because I'm thinking of her just as much or whatever. So I'm gonna tell her what's going on, regardless, whether it's bad, whether it's good or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. And that's basically, what most relationships, how they end up breaking up, because they hold in too much, and the ones that do try to tell, whatever, Lift, you sent me a video about good guys, how good guys basically it's the whole myth of how good guys finish last. You know what I mean? Because we share so much, because we talk so much or whatever about, what we need, what we want or whatever, or we go to therapists and get taught, you know what I mean? And those are good guys, while we going through this little situation, she's looking for somebody else, you know what I mean? And thinking the grass is greener on the other side or whatever, and then find out, he's a manipulator or blah, 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 whatever, so those things happen, So that's my part of it. That's what I get. That's all.
And fanboy, the new term in the streets is zesty.
Zesty.
Is that what it is?
It's zesty.
It's zesty. Okay, so new sassy is last 6 months.
Yeah, that's a few years ago. Today it's zesty dudes.
I wish they called me a zesty dude.
Zesty dude.
I wish.
I'm just listening to you guys. I think at the end of the day, when you're in any situation and somebody that you're potentially involved with, and you're talking about, moving forward or whatever, anybody I've dated, I know their health history. I'm asking questions off the grip from the very beginning, because I want to know. If I have interest in you, I want to know when is the last time you had a checkup.
Right.
And I didn't grow up with men that were not speaking their minds and being open and truthful. The men in my family, they talk about everything, and we talk about, as a young woman, that's why I'm so comfortable talking to men, because of the men in my family growing up. We talk about all this stuff, because a man has to be, you can be vulnerable and still be a man, Just because you being vulnerable doesn't take anything away from you as far as your manhood and what you do for your family. It's just you're having a moment, and in that moment, the person that you're with is supposed to cover you. We get so wrapped up with, as women, sometimes thinking that, oh, well, he's being this and he's being that. Now, if he's nagging you, it's a whole different deal.
Yeah.
when a brother is actually looking out for you and got your back and he ain't complaining, but when he has a moment when something is happening and he wants to be able to talk about it or express it and don't get no flack about it, then you got to be able to handle that and understand he's just being who he is authentically and telling you his truth. He ain't trying to get over on you. He ain't trying to do nothing else. He's just speaking his truth and facts about what's going on with him at that moment. I always want somebody to listen to him.
Yeah.
Always. You want them to, and they ain't even your man, but you want them to listen to you.
To everybody.
Let's get in the comments. Yeah, let's get in the comments.
Yeah. You always
Happy to see everyone back. That's our what's up? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Who we got? Nick said, remember if they're talking about you behind your back.
That's my Dr. C. Oh
no. Jill said, welcome back.
Dr. C.
Welcome back.
Hey, Jill.
We got to find you a lady.
Got to find you.
That part.
Selective hearing. Yes, that's what. Yeah, some relationships, you know, you have selective hearing. That goes for the male too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, you're waiting so hard to get your point out that you've only heard a few words that person said. You know what I mean? And that's selective hearing, because you ain't even trying to hear what they're really trying to say.
Because you listen to respond.
Exactly. That part.
Sometimes men don't listen and talk and don't let you speak, and they only hear you if you yell.
Ooh.
That's good, Liv. That's
not good. Go ahead.
Men F them, feed them, that's what they say. But a lot of men are worse than women in their feelings.
Because we have a lot of time to process them. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I think that
you agree?
Into a certain level, I think that it was said a little harshly, right? But I do think that I do. Shout out to George. Shout out. I don't know who that is.
G Money.
24K. What's up?
What's up with you? What's up with you?
Communication.
Yeah.
Jill says being vulnerable with someone who listens to weaponize your words is scary. It makes me, of course, not want to be real and share what I'm feeling.
Yeah. I agree.
That's in a lot of relationships.
Good stuff, always, Jill. Good stuff.
Go ahead.
I was always told don't share your past relationships with your current mate due to them acting as such. I'm an open book. If you can't take me as I am, kick rocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot
of share your past relationship with sir. I'm kind of on the borderline with that as far as sharing your past. You know what I mean? Because sometimes with me, I want to know what to avoid or not do that you basically had in your past. You know what I mean? Not for me to, you know, for you to automatically judge me of something that happened before and I really didn't mean it in the way that you might think so. You know, you might think because you've experienced it before, but I never know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of good. Say for example, hell, just say that your man, I'm just using a small example, you guys. Say for instance, you come in a house or whatever, and you throw your shoes, you know, just in the living room instead of at the door, and that's what your ex used to do. You know what I mean? I never knew your ex used to do that, and that got on your nerves like that. So, you know, why shouldn't you, you know, if that's something that got on your nerves, then you could have told me about that then before. And that's just an example. It gets deeper than that, of course.
For sure. Yeah.
But that's just what I'm saying. It's kind of like I would love to know my past, you know, person's relationship or whatever to try to either make it better or to do something different from there, you know, or handle it in a different way so you won't be so defensive about it or mad about it, you know. So that's my take on that, Nick. Folks really don't know how to communicate anymore. Society reverse roles, expectations, ridiculous, and don't get the kids involved, Lord. Yeah. Lord. Yeah, definitely don't get the kids involved. Yeah. That's the main thing, you know, and having a happy home or whatever. Sometimes you know, as parents, You want to put stuff, you know, you don't want your kids to see what you're going through, you know.
The number one rule: let kids be kids.
Let kids be kids.
These people are trying to make kids and adults too damn fast.
Yeah.
You
Getting out of hand,
you
Black
can't, yeah, it's getting way out of hand.
Way out of hand. It's past out of hand.
Y'all got to let kids be kids. Now stop trying to teach them to grow up right now.
Hit the next one.
Some people find pleasure in being emotionally withholding. So if they know what you want, they make sure not to give that to you. Red flag.
Yeah.
What's up, Kanisha? Appreciate you tapping in.
What's happening?
So Jill says,
Let's
Nick, I want to know about past relationships as part of who you are. But also, I'm not a jealous person, so maybe don't do that with a jealous mate.
Exactly.
That part, yeah.
True.
Well, would that would still cause a problem in the relationship anyway for persons that jealous, right? Would y'all agree or no?
Well, no, because the thing is this: if you're a jealous person and you know something about your partner's past relationships, if anything looks similar to, or they act in any way like they would probably act with them, then that brings up a whole nother, conversation, argument, things that no guy is really interested in, and no woman either. I mean, if you're sharing, however that comes about, has to be a thing of respect. What I like about Black Lift and Jill, they are very tight, but they're each other's best friends. So I always say this: when you have a best friend, normally with your best friends, you're not doing anything to belittle them, be disrespectful. You're not going to try to oust them in anything. Normally you covering up shit with them. So you're doing whatever you need to do with them, but you're always holding them in such a high regard. And that's what happens when you're in the right relationship. You hold each other up in such high regard that you make sure that you mind your P's and Q's when it comes to the person. Not trying to do something or say something that's inappropriate or disrespectful. And you should be having conversations to some degree about things from your past, because if you healed. Right. I don't have a problem talking about the past because you healed. So the person really wants to know you. Oh yeah, they need to know some things about what you had to go through. Right. That's a problem for them.
And to kind of touch on that, some of the things that, like Jill told me everything that triggered her. You know what I'm saying? And so I know everything. And like her ex-husband used to take his cell phone and put it face down on his leg farthest away from her. You know what I'm saying? So there are so many red flags, 3-hour bass with your cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Right. Stuff like that. Triggers that trigger people. Right. And so if you don't know to avoid those things, you are going to make somebody have an out-of-body experience and go back to what happened before. So it's stuff like that you need to know. So not communicating openly and letting people understand that, okay, these things trigger me. If you respect that person, you'll be like, okay, baby, I got you. I'll never do that to you. My phone will always be open. You'll always have a password, blah, 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 blah. Now, if you're doing dirty and, you can't do that, then that's the problem.
True that. They say, Jill facts. Triggers are a mofo. You got some little be each other's calm. Don't add fuel to the fire. Yeah, don't add me to the fire.
That part. Yeah, no fuel.
Don't add fuel to the fire. All right, man. That's cool, man. Thanks, guys, for that, man. That was pretty good. Let's get into what time it is. It's that time, man. For my man, it's that time for History and Blackness with Fat Boy. Let's get it, baby. Let's know what you got for us today. Your theme music. There you go. Hey.
Today we got a good one, y'all. We got I'm digging in the crates. Let's just start there. I've been in the crates on these. In the crates. Today we have Mellody Hobson, Mrs. George Lucas, even though she probably wouldn't like if I said that because she's such a great woman. But we have Mellody Hobson, a strong woman, shall I say, born April 3rd, 1969. She is one of the most powerful and visionary leaders in modern business, a force who has reshaped the conversation around around diversity, equity, and financial literacy. Raised in Chicago, Illinois, Hobson graduated from Princeton University's Woodrow Wilson School of Public International Affairs before joining Ariel Investments, where she rose to become president and later co-CEO of the largest minority-owned investment firm in the United States. In 2021, she made history as chair of the board of Starbucks, one of the few African-American women to ever lead a Fortune 500 company. Her influence extends to serving on the boards of JP Morgan Chase, the Estee Lauder companies, and DreamWorks Animation, earning her a spot on Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People. Known for her fearless philosophy, the biggest risk of all is not taking one. Hobson has dedicated her career to creating pathways for others, particular in underrepresented communities. Through her work, she has championed financial empowerment, pushed for greater corporate inclusivity, and proven that representation at the highest level transforms industries. Melody Hobson's legacy is not just in the boardroom, it's in millions of lives she has inspired to dream bigger, think bolder, and own their financial futures.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Man, she's a year younger than me. What have I been doing with my life?
Man, listen, why you think I be on it, man? Listen, y'all. Why y'all think I really be always listen? It's so possible to be somebody, y'all. It's so possible to be somebody. And I try to, every youth I come across, I try to inspire them. Like, if you want to, whatever you want to be, you can be it tomorrow. Like, literally, you could start being what you want to be tomorrow. And you could be like this lady. And look, like Black Lift said, Miss George Lucas, I didn't find out she was married. She kept throwing around George. I'm like, George, who George?
You didn't know that? I did not know. Hit you with that.
No, I found out.
Yeah.
I found out about her through one of my CEO interviews I watch every once in a while, or once a week or so, right? So in an interview, I found out she was George Lucas' wife, but I'm like, how come I never knew George Lucas was married to a sister? I didn't even know that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. So and then I didn't know George Lucas was married to a sister, but how come I didn't know who Melody Hobson was? You know what I'm saying? And so I love History of Blackness because it allows us to highlight people from the boardroom to the agricultural fields, right? Yeah. We touched on so many people, and she one of the coldest, and I mean one of the coldest that we've ever highlighted.
But if you really want to get down, you need to read her book.
Yeah. Well, one of the like you said, Fat Boy, the purpose of having this part of the segment is because, you know, we got a president that's trying to erase, you know, a lot of our history, you know, knowledge, you know, from out there. So if you parents are out there watching this or whatever, you know, y'all need to take some of these, you know, History and Blackness segments and show their kids or whatever that, you know, we do still have people that are doing things, that are succeeding things and have invented things or whatever, you know, and not just videos and TikTok and music and you know, TV and all that type of stuff. You know, they always try to, you know, label us as always just wanting to be just in the entertainment part, but there's a whole lot more than that. You know what I'm saying? So so kudos, man, for that, Fat Boy. I appreciate you.
And that was what I was going to say. Kudos to the fact that, Fat Boy, you've been digging in the crates for current people.
Yeah.
History is cool. But you picking people that are doing it today.
Exactly.
And she's still working
today.
Yeah.
Look, Melody Hobson, I've known about her for decades, but the woman
I just learned about her.
is it has always been incredible. And so intelligent, and people want to look down on well-spoken, but she just, the way she speaks to people, the way she understands things, And yeah, she misses Star Wars.
Mhm,
You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? People who don't know who George Lucas is, yeah, that's Star
Right.
Wars right there.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Star
Star
Wars.
What's good, fellas? From Dr. C to Dr.
Yeah,
C.
fact.
BP, what's up, man? Banks, what's up? What's up with
What's
you?
up, cuzzo? What's up? What's up?
Fat Boy, I'm gonna show up at Black History Book. I recently got.
Show you
Okay,
Black-
show
okay.
you a Black History Book.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
send
what's
that.
up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, man. Let's get into this next one, which is the main topic of the show. As y'all already know, is are you truly invested in your relationship? What does truly invested look like to you? Lee, did you say no? What you are?
I'm only partially invested.
Who want first?
50%.
Who want first on this? Y'all want to go or y'all want?
I can jump out of here on this one.
All right, let's go.
Just because I'm going. I was actually having this conversation today about just being invested in a relationship and about how that I think that society has ruined what a relationship is and what it looks like to be invested in a relationship. It has become so surface, so superficial, and so monetary. I think that when you have something, when you invested, Black Liv kind of made a joke, but he's invested into his relationship, right?
Right.
And what that looks like is a house built from ground up, right? Literally and figuratively, right? It looks like success. It looks like growth, right? It looks like two people on the same goal, but from two different backgrounds. But we're going to find a medium to meet in the middle to make things work. It's not what you can do for me or what I can do for you, but it's what we can do for us. I think that being truly invested into a relationship takes more than money, because one thing about a relationship, I keep saying this, you can start with no money and you can end up with a lot, but you cannot start a relationship without respect and love.
Right.
Right. And if you don't have those, you can have all the money in the world and your relationship won't matter a dime. Right. It won't mean anything. So I think that as I go back to, as Black Liv jokingly says no, because he knows that he is, right? And so this is a man that is invested in his relationship, sickness and health, right? He locked in, right? And I think that we have to really, really understand that when we are picking our mates, what it looks like to be invested. Because if I'm in it as a man because she got a nice shape and a beautiful, she can lose that, get sick and get rid. What are you going to do? Do you leave then? Or he's a ball player and he makes all this money, but he make his money with his hands and he loses his hands in a freak accident, right?
Right.
What do you do after that? After what you initially came for, if it's not love and respect, how does the relationship progress if what you initially came into it for is gone? And I think that we have to understand when we're investing means that you taking ownership, right? And so when you're taking ownership within a relationship, you're taking accountability to say, hey, this is the standard that I'm setting in this relationship. And I remember reading it was the 5 love languages, and it was talking about pouring into understanding when your partner has an empty cup. Right, and understanding how to fill your partner's cup up, not how you want to fill it up, but how they need it to be filled up. Right, and I think that when we're entering in these relationships, to go back to the conversation that we had earlier, if he doesn't feel safe to speak, he cannot be the man that you need him to be. Period. Right. If he does not feel safe, he cannot invest himself fully into this relationship. Right. I always say that to be truly invested in anything, you have to really care enough about it to lose it, right? You gotta really, it can't be fly by night. You gotta be planted almost like a flag. So I lead with just this, just to be truly invested is to be respectful, to be loved. I don't want to even take loyal. I don't even want to put loyalty, loving in an unconditional way. right? Because I think loyalty kind of fluctuates, right? But I think that if you love a person, you're not going to treat them with malice. You're going to create a space for them, and you're not going to use it against them.
True. Another thing too, I mean, as far as being invested in a relationship, your consistency, a partner who consistently show up for each other in the relationship, even during busy times, is a strong indicator of genuine investment. Interest in the hobbies, future planning, mutual support, all that type of stuff plays a part in being invested in a relationship. Open to communication as well, engaging in meaningful conversation and checking in on each other, from time to time, whatever, or often, really regularly, is another one, as far as being invested in a relationship. If you're not capable of doing those things or whatever, like you said, Fat Boy, then you're probably not going to last. Whatever that relationship is, probably not going to last if you don't have that, so what you got, Dr. C?
Okay.
No, I was
It was
saying,
good. Who's going next?
Go ahead, Dr. C.
I think I want people to go out. I don't know if you guys know about this comedian. His name is Marcus D. Wiley. And Marcus is he's a clean comedian. He's a Christian comedian, but he talks about marriage. So he has this one show out called Marriage is Surgery. And he breaks it down when it comes to relationships, all the way to the fact that he goes to the traditional vows, not the vows people are writing for each other when they're standing there, but he goes and he breaks it down to the traditional vows that you say when you're getting married. I think in any relationship, you have to decide if you're wanting to invest. Now, the reality is, some people want to be in a relationship to get what they want to get out of it and walk away. And I've been having this conversation with my guy about how women will use sex to get what they want and walk away. Men make a deal out of it, but for women, if that's what they know you want, they do it and they keep it moving. They're not buying, like it ain't doing anything for them. It's like you just another person and they good and they gone.
Right.
So you have to say after you've had conversations, if you even communicating properly.
Right.
What is it that I want? And if what I want doesn't match up with what you want. And then if it's not matching up, then you got to see if there's some way that you guys can come to a happy medium if you're deciding to move forward. If you're going to invest, you got to go all the way.
True.
You can't go halfway.
Facts.
You can't say, I'm only going this far until I see that you're doing this. Because if you're not showing up true to who you are, then they're never going to get the best out of you.
Right.
Not showing up true to who they are, you're never going to get the best out of them. So whatever you're doing, coming in and investing yourself, your time, regardless of where you live, what you're doing, whether you're on the phone, again, people invest in what they believe in.
True.
If they don't believe in it and it's only a gimmick, guess what? I'm only there for the gimmick and to get what I want and trick or treat my way on out the door. So
I've learned those things in the hard way. I've learned those, like coming here in California of the fakeness of women like feeling like saying they're supportive of you or whatever, invested in you or whatever. But when it came really down to it, it was more so what they can get out of you, and then like you said, keep it pushing. So I learned it the hard way. Do traditional roles still exist with this economy? That's what Nick was saying.
I say yes, they do.
I think they should.
I'm sorry, I missed you. Lip, did you had something on this one, right? I'm sorry.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go right in the comments. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As the only married person here, why would I?
No facts.
Wait, you said no at the very beginning. No.
I don't understand. Look, I'm gonna keep it short on this one. So, both Fat Boy and Dr. C hit on two important points. That unfortunately in today's society, most relationships are transactional. And so what that means is that there are people now that will get married, be married for 6 months, and then file for divorce.
Yep.
Be married for a year, then file for an annulment or a divorce. You know what I mean? Because it's so transactional that it's just ridiculous. There's no true love being sought, being found. You know, it's all about what can you give me, or
Right.
what can you do for me, or this like
Right.
that. Dr. C, you hit on the whole thing. And look, I've said this a million times. I know a lot of women and dudes too. I'm not going to try to keep it in one. A lot of women who basically would just give up sex. You know what I mean? Just give up some booty to get whatever they want. And look, I'm not going to hate on them because look, if you can do it, hey, do that. That's you. But I'm not going to do it. But what the one thing that I want to clarify, or the one thing that I want to hit on the most, is that you are really not tested in your investment in a marriage until something bad happens.
What's happening?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not the good stuff. It's easy to be invested with the good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like in my situation, people would look at me and be like, well, man, you didn't sign up for all this. You didn't sign up for that, blah, blah, blah. So what the hell am I going to do? Am I going to run and leave my sick wife?
It's crazy.
Right.
What the hell
Right?
wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Fact.
People are
First of all, who's the nigga that said that? So I can whoop that.
look, it don't need to be discussed. Let's just
I
say
know,
they're
I
not
know.
in my,
But we
they're
about
not
to
in my
hang him
circle of
from
influence
somewhere.
no more.
Hang him from somewhere.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying.
They're not in my circle of influence.
Gotcha.
Let's just say that there are people out there that will be like, man,
say it.
okay,
Yeah.
you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I said, yes, because I love my wife. Why would I run away? Why would I walk away?
Right.
People don't honor the vows or of better, worse, good health, bad health, rich, poor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't stand by that anymore. They don't stand up to that. But you know what? I do. And to me, that's what true investment means.
Looks like.
It's what it looks like. And so if you feel like you can't stick around in the bad times, then be gone in the good times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Peace the
Fast.
hell out.
Let's get the
Please.
comments, y'all. All right.
Please.
When we are working together, truly we can always make more money. So much. So money isn't the main goal.
Right.
That's what Jill said. And Nick said you can make money together. You don't need to
begin it.
To begin.
You don't need it to begin. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Yeah, threw me off a little bit. Well said, Fat Boy. Preach.
So on the flip
So on the
side,
flip
Fat Boy,
side,
if
Fat
someone
Boy,
isn't
sorry.
doing all of those things you mentioned, do they really love you?
Absolutely not. Or they don't know how.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Very true, Dr. C.
Mhm.
BP. A Slow
What
to
is
Love
it?
says,
Woo,
what is
what's up,
traditional in
Slow to Love?
2025?
Ooh,
I
that's
think
a good
that traditional rules still apply. I do think that because the economy has changed and women are in the work, because I think that's the first thing that women go to, because women now work today. So I think when we say traditional people, we don't mean barefoot and pregnant. So let's go get on that out of there, right?
Right.
When we
No.
mean traditional is a woman taking care of
Commitment.
the home, right? And
True
commitment to the
commitment.
home, and the husband
Yeah.
committed to the home, and the wife as well. I think
Mhm.
that because of the people before us, traditional has such a terrible name, because the people who are outside looking into a lot of these relationships or watching TV never seen a successful relationship anyway. So everybody is all going on speculation, right?
Yeah.
On about what somebody else said or went through. And if you went through it in your relationship, that person wasn't equipped or wasn't the right person. So that tradition is not the tradition, right? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So let's
Go ahead.
touch on that in a different way. Okay. You really can't use the word traditional, just like Fat Boy said. Okay, because
Things have changed.
everything changes, everything adapts. We live in a living world, because if it wasn't, we would still be riding horses.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We would still just be cooking on potbelly stoves with wood.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I mean, progress happens. And so because we live life, okay, the definition of traditional, depending on how you look at it, is going to be different.
Yeah, I
Right.
like that too. The black widow.
So a traditional marriage is going to be, in my opinion, a traditional marriage is when you have a husband and a wife that support each other,
That's it.
Yeah.
no matter what.
Right.
That's a
Right.
traditional marriage. A
Right.
non-traditional marriage is somebody, once again, that gets married for 5 minutes and then want a divorce.
Yeah. I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
yeah, in tradition, you know, you and your significant other will cultivate what you want your relationship to look like.
Come on.
I
Dr.
think
C.
it depends
Mhm.
on what you've seen growing
Mhm.
up. Because you
Mhm.
got to understand, everybody's not growing up in a household. Some people got dysfunction, chaos,
Yeah.
and crazy all day long. Some people are growing up with parents, you know, and parents may not get along, communicate the best, but they've seen what a marriage is. And for whatever reason, why the parents stay together, they're together. Some people see marriages and they're the best thing ever because of the people that are in it. They're happy to be with the person that they're with. But whatever you do, with whomever you with, you have to cultivate your own tradition for you,
Mhm.
because that's
Mhm.
what you're going to be exemplifying in front of your children and the people that come in contact with you. Is what does your relationship look like, and how is it helping, benefiting, or not helping the people that are around you? So tradition is whatever you. I'm old fashioned, so the person I deal with, he's old fashioned.
Mhm.
So we understand that. I'm not the person. I'm not interested in all that other stuff because
Well,
one,
Nick was saying, media changed traditional, you know,
yeah,
I don't
and
think
they
media
have,
changed it. Society
you
did.
know,
I think
well,
society knows.
Society
the
did.
media is part of the society now. You know what I'm saying? That's what people
Only if you allow it to be.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what people, the younger generation, mostly learn off of, because you don't have the parents teaching on traditional ways or whatever. You don't have a full household or whatever. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So that does happen. You know
But
what I mean?
let's look at it from this standpoint. If you grew up in a single parent home, what do you know tradition?
right.
What do you
Exactly.
know?
That's
What
my
do you
point.
know? What do you know of tradition?
That's my point. So they
But
learn
once again,
off of social
that has nothing
media.
to do with media, though.
Yes, it does. They learn off of it because they think it, say for instance, shows like these. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't get their information from us. You know what I'm saying? They only get their information from social media or whatever, because they don't have those type of things in their homes.
But if you grew up in a single parent home, then traditional to you is a single parent home.
No, I grew up in a single parent home. Traditional me is what my grandmother taught me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it wasn't
That
me.
part.
Right, exactly. So sometimes people don't have that. Most families don't have that. Hell, grandmothers these days are only like 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? You got 40-year-old grandmothers.
I'm 57. I got 10 grandkids. So
Right, that's what I'm
what are you
saying. You
talking
50
about?
something, but I'm talking about younger that's not able to teach the younger that or whatever. So that's kind of where that problem, begins or come from. Do you believe in 50-50 is what Nick said. I
Of
do.
course. Yes.
I don't, sir, appreciate a partner. We learn and grow together. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
That's
So
true.
Nick, that's your tradition then.
Mhm.
Slow to love, that's your tradition.
Mhm.
That you believe in a true partnership.
Right.
And that, to me, that's what traditional should be, in my
Exactly.
opinion.
Mhm.
Now, if one person chooses to do all the cooking or do all the cleaning, okay, that's not necessarily
Well,
traditional.
that's just agreement within the household. That's
Exactly.
all. Yeah. Which ain't, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Both words, grandma took care of home, grandpa took care of house. That's how we were raised. True.
That's
that.
facts.
All right, man. We got one more before we get out of here. But before we get into it, man, we got a nice little commercial. I need you guys to check out and also go on their site, check it out or whatever. Because I think the holidays are coming up now. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be trying to find things to get for the holidays. So anyway, we'll be back after these messages. I always wanted to say that on the show.
What the?
What's up, y'all? Welcome to TNRCreations.com. I am the proud owner of this phenomenal gift shop. Y'all gotta check us out. We have bags, we have water bottles, we have photo slates, we have name-meaning plaques, and so much more. I would love to have you as a customer. Check us out, TNRCreations.com. Thank you for your support.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. You support,
For Nick. That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Nick. Let's go.
So check her out, you guys. If you guys get a chance, go on her site, and it's funny.
Taylor, you a fool. Hey, grow up, Taylor. Hey.
What Taylor say? All right, let me see. I gotta see it. I didn't see it.
Okay, let's go through the other ones first. Keep going. In my opinion, there has to be some kind of wealth to be traditional. If you look at that old tradition where the woman stays home, I mean, in today's economy, in today's society, it is what it is. That is a fact.
Yeah.
Somebody got to have some bread if it's going to be traditional.
I got to have some chicken. She funny as hell.
Somebody got to have some chicken.
Somebody. All right, man. Let's get into it. Dear brothers and sisters, oops, I'm hitting my mic and everything. Let's go, fat boy. I mean, no, this is Liv. Dear brothers and sisters, let's go.
Come get your cousin.
Look, man, I don't claim him these days.
Oh, ain't that? I just heard this is like. That's messed
All right,
up.
Let's go. Pop it up. You gonna pop it up, or what I'm gonna do?
I don't know. I want to see if you remember what it is.
I don't.
Man, pop the dang on thing up for the man.
Look, man, I got so many. You get caught in my brain.
There you go, dog. There you go.
All right, dear brothers, dear sisters. At what point is it time to end the relationship, and are you mature enough to make that move?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you are, Dr. C. That goes without saying.
She said, "Yep."
I know. Look, she'll cut a ninja out in like 5 minutes. You gone. Adios.
Yeah.
Right.
I think when you get to a certain age, and especially if you're a person that's out here, life is moving and you're doing what you need to do, and the person that you desire to have to walk alongside you to be your partner. If that person, if time is up, that season's up, just understand the season's up. Doesn't mean you got to walk. I don't know why people think they got to be mad to walk away.
Right.
That part. That's what came up. That's what had me come up with that question.
Stay happy and walk away while you happy, because later on when you see him walking around with somebody else, you're not going to be mad because you knew it was time for you to go. And then for them, don't let people hold you longer than they need to hold you. Because a lot of times people are trying to hold on to you because they don't want nobody else to have you. So you've got to be mature enough to know when time is up and just be happy about it. Just say, hey, it's up. Like I'm going another direction. You're going in another direction, or we just not meeting in the middle at all. But don't just keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
So for me, the one thing that I really wanted to hit on is that, to me, at what point is it time to end a relationship? And my lovely wife just put what I was talking about, is that when it gets to the point where you're just doing stuff to hurt each other.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where if you know somebody, I'm gonna keep it point blank. If you know somebody don't like you watching porn at the crib, and you just sitting there on the 75-inch, just buck naked watching porn.
75-inch.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know that's gonna make them mad, and so you doing that. Or you know if you disappear for 2 or 3 days, that's gonna make them mad, and you just do that anyway.
Right.
So it gets to a point where it's like, okay, if y'all are to that point where you're hurting each other, or you intentionally trying to do stuff to make that other person mad, then hey, salute. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
You got to let it go, and to being mature enough about it. What I say by that, and I know people get mad, and you hear all the time, I'm throwing your shit in the tub and dousing it with lighter fluid and burning that that stuff. Nah, man, just let them go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what people don't understand about me. Like when my marriage was over, it was like I let her take pretty much everything she wanted.
Yeah, but it took a while.
It took. No, I'm just talking about when that last straw was straw.
Yeah.
It was like, man, take whatever you want. I don't care. You can take 6 TVs. You can take whatever, because just like I got it, I can get it again. And fighting over material stuff and things like that, that's the mature enough part. Just let it go.
I'm gonna share this story with you guys that because I wouldn't want nobody else to go through it like I did. Because when you ask the question, you know, and what point is time in the end of the relationship, you know, and I've never done this before. This is when I, you know, probably about 7 to 8 years ago, probably longer than that. But anyway, the relationship I was here in California was, I think it was like 5 years. And I ran into someone and met somebody that I damn near fell in love with, right? But with the person I was with, we weren't really getting along. So I didn't know how to get out of the relationship because we had built so much and had stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like the support that I really needed for, and I wasn't really happy within it because I still wasn't getting what I needed from that person. I met someone and I actually, you know, lost that person because I didn't have enough strength to just let the other person go before starting into a relationship with somebody else, you know. So when you said, you know, how to when you think it's time to end it, you know, is the point that you guys are making is once you see that things are not progressing forward or building, you know what I'm saying, and there's more arguments than it is success or goodness in the relationship, you know, you got to let it go, you know. And I've been through that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I still hate it till this day that the person I really thought and loved and cared for, I end up losing them because, you know, trying to stick it out through somebody else and didn't know how to actually just let it go. You know, like you said, Lift, you know, you had that last draw to where you just said, fuck it and let them take everything. You know, I had the last draw though afterwards. I had the last draw after I lost the person or whatever, you know, and then, you know, so, you know, the point that you guys are making as to, you know, just letting it go once you realize that you're not progressing in the relationship is when it's time, you know. So that's my, you know, I just wanted to share that with y'all because I thought that was a good topic as well.
Great topic.
So Nick put her point about the God will let you know when it's time.
Mm-hmm.
When I was married, we were together for 10 years. I knew at 7 years it was done. I held on for 3 more years, but I was so good to let go. My current relationship is at 7. So Nick, you've probably been here long enough, or I don't know if you have, to even hear about mine. We talking. I was married for 29 years. Our divorce was literally final on our 30th wedding anniversary. If that ain't poetic justice. But what I'm saying, and I get what you're saying, because the point is, you know, when it's time to move on, and I wasn't mature enough to cut it off. And I kept holding on and holding on and holding on. So a 29-year marriage probably should have only lasted maybe 10.
Right.
But
maybe 10.
If you actually trying to get the help and
maybe
you know,
10.
Yeah.
But the one thing I learned about that, like I said, I talked to my children. And my children let me know that they knew that we were unhappy. And they knew they would have been better off had we gone our separate ways way earlier.
Yeah.
So yes, God will let you know, but at the same time, you will know. And what you have to do, what I didn't have then a long time ago, what I have now, but I would never leave my wife. But the thing is, yeah, I held on for 19 extra years to something that should have ended because I wasn't man enough, or I didn't have the courage to walk away.
Right.
But, so that's why I brought this topic up, because I want people to understand that you have the courage and be mature enough to talk to the other person and let them know that this is just not working.
Right.
We don't have to be enemies to separate.
Yeah.
We can still be friends, but let's just keep it moving.
And another clue too is when you basically get into that edge of the relationship where it's time to break off, you're gonna feel the fact of you arguing all the time about unnecessary things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be at each other or whatever, because the relationship is not working, and you just got to realize it's not working, and we need to go our separate ways.
You're gonna hurt each other. That's what I was talking about.
And you don't have, and you can still be friends. You don't have to go off or angry at that person or not,
You ain't
because
gotta go
what
away
you should have
mad.
been anyway before you was in a relationship, it should have been friends.
You ain't got to go away,
And
man.
if you're a real
Just go
friend
away.
from where we from, if I call you my friend, we real friends, and you're gonna be able to talk to me at any time. You know what I'm saying? So so that part. Nick, Jill says sometimes hurting each other can be as simple as slowly breaking each other down. If I could take deep breath when you leave, we are in trouble. You should be my deep breath. Oh boy,
That part.
I like that, Jill. Good stuff.
Slow Love says she did the same too. Nick.
Prayer, slow love.
Oh shit! Wow. Okay, we got. My grandma installed in me. You fight for your marriage unless there's an infidelity, abuse. That's traditional. Oh, I keep hitting somewhere. I was just done.
No.
What?
No, she's saying that you always try to fight for your marriage unless there's cheating or infidelity. I mean, unless there's infidelity or abuse. That's what traditional. But Jill mentioned that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
She said that that's what she was always taught.
Mm-hmm.
But she ended up staying in an unhappy marriage because she was taught that you don't leave under no circumstances, unless they beating on you or unless they cheating on you. But to me, in today's society, if you, I know I mentioned the microwave marriage, right? Microwave divorces.
Mhm.
But what I want to say about that is there are times where that is okay. Because there are people that should have never gotten married in the first damn place.
I know a few.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They should have never got married in the first damn place. And if you're strong enough to get out of it, then go on and get out of it.
Yeah.
But if it's not for money or something silly or something like that, look, you have to go. Life is too short, and you have to be happy.
Some people don't realize that they're being mentally abused as well.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you say abuse or whatever, sometimes you think it's just physical or whatever, but there's mental abuse or whatever, to where the point where you're unhappy every day, you're arguing every other day or whatever. That's mental abuse. You know what I mean? So if you're getting that, then understand that that's a reason to actually walk away as well, if you look at it in a traditional way as well.
But that's what Jill meant by breaking each other down.
Yeah.
I think the part of it is this, that when you're in a relationship, you have to understand really what your triggers are when you're dealing with a person.
Mm-hmm.
Staying in something, and I know I have some friends that were having some issues in their marriage and were going through things, but as Nikki said earlier, praying, and you in something for 10. She was in something for 10 years. By 7, she knew that needed to be a change, and then finally, the last 3, she finally got the courage to understand that she needed to move on, and she moved on. And I think a lot of times when we're in the relationships, because relationships are now. This ain't nothing happening tomorrow. It is right now. What am I dealing with right now? Some days I can do it. Some days I can't. But when you walk away from it, you got to get all the nuggets. You got to take all the nuggets from the relationship with you.
Right.
Yeah, that's important, Dr. C.
Can't let it be about just all the crazy stuff. No, what is the nuggets? Because when you realize you got some real good nuggets in there,
I got juice.
Oh, you understand, man. You can't tell me nothing now.
Right.
I understand
Facts.
what looks good, what doesn't look good, what I'm wearing, what I'm not gonna wear, what I'm gonna listen to, what I'm not gonna listen to. So even with Black Liv for almost 30 years, but he got nuggets.
Right.
That's the stuff. He got nuggets to be able to share. He got nuggets to understand when I do this the next time. There's some gems I got from this last one that I am not going to be sitting here settling.
Facts.
For anything.
And it's stuff that I try to impart to y'all as well. And Nick, I said this a couple weeks ago. What a lot of people don't get or they don't understand is that, and Dr. C can back me up on this. Okay, God answers prayers the way that they're supposed to be, not the way that you want them to be.
Yeah.
100.
And so what I want people to understand about that is that some people feel like, okay, I'm in this marriage. Oh God, please save my marriage this, like that. No, God's gonna answer your prayer by removing that person from your life.
Woo!
He's gonna answer it the way that it needs to be answered, not the way that you think you want it to be. He's gonna impart to you the knowledge that, hey, it's time to keep it moving.
Yeah.
It's time to move on. Like they said, hell, I've been sending you
You're
hints.
right. I've been hitting all the time.
And you ain't answering. What?
Right,
I mean,
right.
Listen.
Watch out there now. That's what I'm talking about.
But you know, he's telling the truth, because every time I pray about somebody that even remotely think they digging me, I pray. And as soon as they get moved out the way, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I missed the boat.
Facts.
Right.
Exactly. I don't. My thing is this: I want to be happy for the rest of my life.
Exactly that part.
I don't have chaos and crazy in my life. So if
I don't think God wants you to be sad.
No, he don't.
Why would he want you to be sad and balled up in a corner for the rest of your life?
He does not.
He doesn't.
But we have to understand. Stop acting like you're so lonely.
Right.
Because you're not.
Well, the thirst is real, Dr. C. I already told you
the
that.
Thirst. Do you believe we have have a type? Is what Nick just asked.
Most definitely, yes.
Yeah.
I know.
I think that's people's problem. Let me go ahead and speak before we get out of here. I think that's a lot of people's problem, actually, Nick, because people type don't like them. So that's a whole nother story. But
say it again.
I said a lot of times people have types, but your type don't like
you.
And that's why the relationship that you're in. So go with who likes you and who cares enough to care about how you feel. To answer the question, I think that Dr. C hit it on the head is essentially take the nuggets from it. When you're no longer happy, or you guys are not treating each other with the respect and love that you started with, it's time to go. Don't be like me and crash the car per se. Don't crash the car, because I crashed the car. However, Dr. C really hit home when she started talking about nuggets. I remember Black Lift when I ended my relationship, and Black Lift was telling me that this is the time kind of to grow and learn yourself and get to know yourself. And when he was saying that, I took those nuggets, but then I also took the time to reflect on the relationship, and all the things that I've learned, right, has driven me to be the man that I am today. But you said something, Dr. C. I know, right? I know who I am. I know what I want. I know the standard I am. So the level of confidence that I exude, or that I project, is because I know what I've been through, and I know what I'm capable of. Right. I know that I've set the test of fire. I know that I've built with the woman. I know that I've made mistakes, but I know that I've grown from them expeditiously. You know what I'm saying?
And you're not going to settle.
And that's I'm not going to settle for real. And so
no one should ever have to settle.
And that's the important thing, Black Lift, is no one should ever have to settle. And Nickness says, I do because I'm a builder nigga. I always like to help and make them in a better position, goal-minded. But I get hit with procrastinators and procrastination.
And comfortableness.
Yeah, procrastination and comfortableness.
So Nick, let me
please live here. Please live.
Yeah, let me touch on that. Let me touch on that real quick, Nick. So I have, Lord Jesus, I'm okay. That one bugs the hell out of me, because I have so many friends that they get with a guy, right? Mm-hmm. And they stay with them because of the potential that they see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what you need to understand is what you get is what you got. If they not that right, you're not gonna change them.
No.
You can't move somebody in your house and then they always went to the club, and then you expect them to stop going to the club because, okay, we're gonna start going to church. We're gonna start doing this. No, you cannot change who they are.
No.
And after so many years, you know what you got.
That. Exactly. If they're not going in the same direction as you, let it go, please, John. I got a friend right now that was with a dude for 6 years, trying to make him into something that he was never going to be.
And let me, as a woman, let me say this to all the single ladies out there. Look, when you love you, you don't have time to be settling for anybody that can't dig you the way you dig you.
Mm.
You know, a guy, whether he ain't got to even have a lot of money, but he comes with the potential that he's hustling, making the moves that he needs to make, so that if he's not on your level, he's trying to come up to your level. You shouldn't have to be trying to change him, fix him, you know, acting like he's a broken down, it's your child and you got to dress him and do all of that. Like we have to let people be who they are. And if you're going to settle for them, then just settle for them.
But don't complain
for them and try to make sure that now they do everything you want in order for you to stay with them, because now you making them think you the best thing since sliced bread. No. If you're going to be with a dude that ain't really what you want, but because you like the way he look or he done flipped you and now you stuck, then you got to recognize that and deal with that. But you cannot go in thinking you can fix somebody like it's your child. These grown people are doing grown things. They are not your children. They have a mind of their own. You didn't raise them. And if you don't be careful, they coming in tricking off with you because they know why. They've been used to doing it. So now they're used to having women put out and do all this stuff for them. They don't have to do nothing but just show up and smile and act like, you know, you guys having a Coke and a smile and you good. No. Stop trick somebody.
Anytime that you're going through the same thing that you went through with the relationship before, you did not learn. You did not
learn nothing.
You didn't learn nothing. When you say you learning, Nick, you didn't learn nothing, because you're putting yourself, and you know it, you recognize it. What did you learn? You know, if you're going through that, what did you learn? That's my question. It's kind of like, I don't understand when you say I'm learning, it's more so of an excuse of I'm still in it and I'm still learning and I'm still going to go take this bullshit. That's basically what it comes down.
Nick, you an independent, strong woman. So this trying to push him, that should never happen.
No.
That should never, ever,
tighten up, y'all.
Ever happen.
Hey, tighten up, G. Tighten up. Hey, we're not gonna do that on this show today.
Never. No, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Nick.
That's real. That's fact.
Look.
That's fact.
You gonna find the right one, and when you do, it's gonna be a beautiful thing, and y'all gonna make stuff happen that'll change the world, change your life, and change each other's lives.
Dr. C, come get Black Liquid Fuel.
I hope
they are.
Look.
I hope I'm
not even talking about you, fat boy.
No, I really hope
this is for Nick. It's not for you.
I know who this.
But no. But I hope
it's
you
about,
use this. No, to be honest with you, when you really love somebody or whatever, and you're getting the type of information and the facts that we're actually giving and dropping to you. You know, I hope you can show this to that person and make them realize or whatever. This is what you see, and this is what you're doing. This is what's going on or whatever. And if you can't, that's what I'm saying. And if you can't, work it from there, then I can't help you no more. I can't do no more.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to go.
Get out of here, G. Y'all out of control.
It's time to go, man. Because I'm gonna get me in trouble.
I ain't a part of that, y'all.
Hey, that's gonna do it for us today, man.
Get you.
That's gonna do it for us today, man. I appreciate it. I love that Dr. C came back with us today. He's joining back with us again. You know what I'm saying? And once again, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, if you see the subscribe button on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It's in your bottom right-hand corner. You know what I mean? Because we need more views. We need more. We're trying to get monetized up in this piece. You know, I'm gonna be real. You know what I mean? So, and it's getting there. It's getting there. So I want you guys to be a part of it. You know, I want to thank Nick. Renee kicked in late. Renee kicked in. Jill, of course, as usual. Slow to Love kicked in. Of course, our boy BP Banks. Taylor H and Marlon, of course, Marlon's in the house. You know what I'm saying? The big O's in the house. That's what's up. We appreciate you guys tapping in. What you got, fat boy?
Oh man, I love every last one of y'all, man. Dr. C's back is just phenomenal. It makes this thing just does what it's supposed to do. Fantastic. No, for real. To all of our viewers, thank y'all for y'all constant support. and just keeping the conversation going, right, and giving different perspectives. Black Lift whooping y'all with this dear brother, dear sister. So I need y'all to send a 30-second clip of audio or video to firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com, entitled it "Dear Brother, Dear Sister." Like I said, a 30-second or a minute audio clip to firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com, and label it "Dear Brother, Dear Sister." Man, we want to hear from y'all, man. All of y'all in the comments, slow to love. Tap in with us. Renee, we miss you. We want to hear "Dear Brother, Dear Sister."
Let's go, Liv.
And Dr. C, I want one from you because you've been gone for so long. Yeah. But other than that, man, I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week.
Let's go, Liv.
Sorry, y'all had to cough, so I had to mute that.
You got through the whole show, though. Hey, and some.
Of course. But hey, same thing. Everybody, I love each and every one of y'all. Dr. C, thank you for coming back. We really, really need that female perspective. All the people that tapped in, I'm gonna need y'all to tell 2 people, tell 5 people, tell 30 people, tell 50 people. We need to get more people in here. And on the Dear Brother, Dear Sister, like we said, if it's a question y'all have, something y'all want us to discuss, something y'all want us to, we're not professionals. So, but if it's something that you feel like you want some advice on or want to hear something on, drop it on us, because one thing about us is we're gonna be true.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna tell you the truth. It ain't gonna be no AI, no chat GPT, none of that crap. We're gonna give it to you off the cuff.
That's what's up.
All right.
Kanisha, we're gonna hold you to that Dear Brother, Dear Sister. Thank you for tuning in as well.
Dr. C, welcome back. So glad.
Thank you.
All right, to you now.
What you got, Dr. C?
It's it's good to be back and to see everyone and everyone that's chiming in and just into the conversation, because I think the biggest thing is to be able to have a conversation about whatever it is, and for the audience that's tapping in, it's lovely to hear their thoughts about things as well while we're having the conversation. But again, share, like, subscribe, do all those things, because at the end of the day, the more people get involved, the more we can change the world. And that's part of what we're trying to do. We're trying to change the mindset to the people that are tapping in and listening, and hopefully you all are getting nuggets and being able to take them back with you and use them and share them. That will get other people involved. So until next week, be true to yourselves, be kind to yourself, love yourself, and
That's what's up. And Taylor H. Who's Taylor H? I haven't seen you before.
That's one of my coworkers.
Okay, thanks for joining, Taylor H. Appreciate you. Yeah. Renee, get in here on time. We start at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I think Renee, you in the Midwest. You in the Midwest, so it's gonna be.
You know what specific Standard Time means?
8 o'clock Central Time.
8 for you.
All right, man. That's gonna do it for us, man. And remember,
if they talking about you behind your back,
they behind you for a reason. Peace.
All our illusions will disappear, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason.